Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the new series that we are starting. I am joined here with my wife. We are going to be starting a new series here on the channel. It's going to be all the Mod 7 to the Skies Skyblock series. So we are going to be getting right into it. The goal of this series is to create the All-the-Modium Star. But to go ahead and get things started first, we're going to be working on getting some wood, starting to get this quest book going, and all the good things that come with that. So we're just going to start by breaking down just this little platform right here so that we can expand it out just a little bit. It does go down by one more layer. Alright, we got a good supply of dirt now. So let's start taking a look at what we have going on the quest book so far. So getting started gives us some stakes to go ahead and get started. Wants us to start getting some wood. After we start getting to wood, we're going to start progressing to cobblestone, then to hammers, because we're going to be hammering down cobblestone into sand, or into gravel, sand, and then dust. And from there, pursuing to getting into sieves from EX Nihilo. We already got a nice, good, chunky handful of saplings here. So let's go ahead, and we got some logs. So we got the first quest done, we getting some logs and some planks. Next thing we're going to want to start moving to is getting cobblestone as well as a crook. So we'll just go ahead, get this tree grown, and we'll just break all that down. We did manage to get some silkworms out of this, which is super handy dandy. We're just going to silkworm the leaves here to make infested leaves. Alright, so we're going to silkworm these leaves. So we're going to wait a little bit before we break it. I'm always scared that when we keep dropping like this, that one of these days we're just...
We're just gonna fall off.
Yes.
Yeah, that scared me when I was not ready for it.
I'm just going to work on expanding it just a little bit more.
I have 2 planks on me right now that I can't really do much with, so if you have more.
Let me double check my inventory real quick. I have 2 planks as well, so if you would like to take an extra and craft that into slabs, here you go. There's that for you. And then once these leaves all finish
Please
turning...
don't fall.
I'm trying not to. Once these leaves finish converting all to these white infested leaves, we will break it down with the crook once again, and that is going to get us string, which is going to be super sweet. Alright, I think these are all
Oh my goodness.
officially converted now, so we'll just collect all that. Oh, don't tell me I'm a little too short. No, there we go. Oops. There we go. Oh, you scared me.
You did it too. Me too.
Alright, let me build up there so we can break, or actually I don't need to, I can do that. Get the rest of the string here. Alright, I think we are going to be set on string for a very long time.
String just fell off the edge. Hold on.
No, that's okay.
Stop, stop, stop. Everything's falling off the edge.
That's okay. I am holding like 10 stacks of string in my inventory.
Saplings fell too.
I'm gonna make us some wool for some beds here. Alright, I managed to get us 2 beds. Let's get those plopped down like right here. We'll keep it expanding, just like that. Alright, let's take a quick nap. Beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna work on getting us a little chest system going real quick. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna put all the String and silkworms on the top. There we are. That looks really good. I'm going to work on getting us all the pebbles again, so that way we can start farming some cobblestone. I think I have enough space now. Yeah, I do. When I get enough cobblestone, I will craft you a building one and a good amount of resources going here. Alright, let's see what we got for stone pebbles. Alright, so we got up to 44 cobblestone. Here you are, Cocoa. Here is a building one. I'm going to throw that on the floor right there for you. I am going to crook the rest of these leaves right here. And we'll get the rest of the string. I like what you're doing, it's looking good. It's looking real good. Got a nice big platform going. Quick look back into the quest book. So this right here is just showing a tutorial of how to use the crook. We already got string. For string, we're going to be wanting to make meshes as well as oak sieves. From here, this is just telling us about compressed cobblestone, which we're going to want to start getting a hammer crafted. And if you compress cobblestone, is once you break down the compressed cobblestone, it'll keep it in compressed block, which we can go down in gravel, and then gravel down to sand, and then from sand to dust. Right now, we want to just stick at the gravel level, because gravel is where we're going to get a lot of our most important resources. Again, this is just demonstrating what I just talked about. And this will also give us a sand and an extra gravel block, which is super nice. From here, we are going to start looking into getting sieves. So let's start pursuing that. Let's actually create a cobblestone axe real quick so we can break down these trees faster. We're going to need and want a lot of wood, which the amount of saplings we are getting is just beautiful. The great thing about being able to twerk for the trees as it acts as a bone meal effect, but also it'll rapidly grow the trees next to it as well. That might just be a skyblock feature, but I am absolutely in love with it.
It would be in all Minecraft.
I
It's
know.
so easy.
And then let's just make sure that all the logs are grown, and then we'll just break in one mass break, which we will do
Alright,
right now.
good on this side.
Okay, we still have some in the center that didn't grow just yet. There we are. Sweet. Look at that. I think it's all broken. Wait, what? I think we got a massive tree that grew because there is some excess logs floating around.
There it goes. There's some more right there too.
Oops. Yeah, we did. We got a super tree. And this should be the rest of it, I think. There it is. And the trees came tumbling down on the platform where we got a bunch of saplings.
Alright, you said you were wanting what now?
Um, I kind of just wanted all that extra wood, which is super sweet. So I'm gonna work on the sieves. So I do know that with EX Nihilo, with sieves, one thing you can do is you can do up to the max size you can do is up to a 5x5, which is super handy. We will need, I think that should be enough. Which I will oh, slabs is gonna be the next thing that I am missing. That should be enough. Yep, there we go. We'll get 25. that, we are going to want 25 string meshes. So let's get into that. Because every sieve is going to need a mesh. Which the string mesh early on is not super useful, unfortunately. Um, but um, its main purpose is to actually get flint to upgrade to a flint mesh, and that's when the resource generation is going to happen. Alright, so we got, so I'm going to branch out a little bit this way here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go 5. And this is where I'm going to get this sifting area going. Oop. Oh, there we go. See? How that works. Just doesn't want to work when I'm crouching for some reason. Which is a-okay. Let's get another axe going just real quick. Oh, we saw some cobble. When we want to have no restriction. There we go. I am out of slabs now, but that is perfectly fine. Boom, just like that, we got a bunch more. No stress or worries there. Branch that off, branch this off, branch this off, boom, and boop. Come back here and we'll just fill this in. Need another building one real quick. Another thing, ooh, we should probably work on probably getting torches, I think. What do you think about that?
Oh, did you make another one already?
Yeah, but and as you can see, everybody, this is why the building one is just phenomenal, because you can just make so much space so quickly. Alright, so I'm gonna work on getting a furnace real quick going, and work on getting us some charcoal. That way we can light this place up. So let's go for, how about 8? Let's go sleep real quick. I hope when we come back it doesn't launch us off the side of the cliff. Because that would be unfortunate. No, it spawned us on the chests.
My goal was to get enough wood to start building more on the back part, so that just in case that didn't happen.
Mm.
But he did the wood that I was gonna use for that, so
Oh,
I was
do you need
trying
more
to
wood?
farm. That's why I made this right now.
Oh, here you go. I have plenty.
Oh, it's okay. I just got some.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you need more, I have over 2 stacks I'm currently holding.
Thank you.
There we go. We got a nice sifting platform. So, another thing, do you have cobblestone? You got like
We
a,
have it in here.
okay.
Uh,
Is it okay if I
oh,
take some?
it's in this chest right here.
So as we talked about earlier for the EX Nihilo, you can do up to a 5x5 like this, and as you can see, we just sifted through an absurd amount of gravel fairly quickly.
I have a problem.
What's up?
I don't think I'll be able to reach those.
Oh, that is okay. Ah, here's some blocks. I'll do a little staircase.
You know,
Hmm,
I got no saplings out of that.
really?
Is that because of the leaves?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good on strings, so once we get rid of all the infested leaves, I don't think we need to make any more, and I think we can just have go back to regular saplings. I guess one thing we could check to see is if there are
Oh, there is a sapling at the top of that.
there are no botany pots in this. Alright, so we got a total of 14 flint, which you just shift right click to get these out, which it takes, I believe, 6 to upgrade the string mesh into a flint mesh, which we do want to do because this is how we're going to start getting our resource generation.
Here we go. There's those saplings.
Nice. Yeah, I'll pick those up for you. Let's see what we can use silk forms for. We can use them to cook them. We can also compost them. If we put 40 of them in a compost by EX Nihilo, that will give us dirt, which is honestly not bad at all. I'm gonna work on farming some pebbles. So I'm actually gonna create another double chest here. And this is where I'm gonna store these pebbles for now. Boom, just like that.
How did you make the torches?
So there's charcoal in the furnace, so we could do charcoal torches for right now.
Yeah, where'd you get charcoal?
So if you smelt a log on top and use it as a fuel source, it turns it into charcoal. Alright, so we're gonna just be doing a whole lot of clicking here. So I think the first thing that we're really gonna want to push for is up here towards this cobblestone generator right here. So actually, what we should be focusing on is making those oak barrels. So let's work on that. So oak barrels by EX Nihilo. Here we go. There's one, two. Let's do a total of 3. We'll place those here. And if it rains, we hopefully wanted to get some rainwater. So we'll kind of just be waiting on that because once it rains, if we peep back in the quest book, here's a tutorial. You can use leaves to turn that into dirt as well as silkworms, which we just used through JEI to get us more dirt. But if we look and we want to pursue doing clay, we have to fill a barrel with water and then right click it with dust to get clay. And we're going to want clay so we can make a crucible, which we will need to make an unfired crucible, which requires porcelain clay, which is just clay and bone meal. And to get bone meal, we have to sift dust through the string mesh, and it gives us about a 20% chance to get that. But once we do that, we can create a crucible where we can put in cobblestone and smelt that to get lava. So which is super sweet. So right now we're just gonna farm some more cobblestone for a little while. But is there a way to actually obtain water other than waiting for it to rain? Let's check. So to get a water bucket, let me actually look at water. We would need an oak crucible and we can put in saplings or leaves. So let's make a crucible. We will just make an oak crucible. Here we are. Let's make 2 of those. We'll just put those side by side here. We have plenty of saplings. Let me just get another bunch of trees growing here. And that way we can, we'll just break this down fairly quickly and get a bunch of saplings, and we can use that to start getting water. And there we go. Let's see. How many saplings do I have in here? 30. So we'll just place those in here. That's full, and that's full. I'm assuming over time this is going to break down and convert to water, which right now we don't have iron for a bucket, but I think you can make a, let's see, can you make a ceramic bucket? And or maybe a clay bucket?
What are you using these barrels for?
So these ones right here are the ones that we use to, once you take water and you put it in here and you right click it with dust, we'll transform that into clay. And this is
Okay.
also the one where if we put mycelium under, it turns it into witch water so we can get soul sand in the future.
Okay.
Hmm. Chad, looks like we're gonna have to wait until we get iron to actually get a bucket, which is really not too far away. It's just gonna be a lot more cobblestone farming. Let's see where we are at the quest book here. So, oh, I guess let me pick up this sieve right here because the quest didn't realize that I had one. There we go. That tutorial is just watching how to do it. Flint mesh, I can go ahead and pick up. There we are. Knock that quest out, gives us more flint. Boom. So sand is, all we have to do is just take this, decompress that, and I'm going to actually recompress that. So that way, when we break it down to dust here, it gives us 9 in one go. Much quicker, much quicker. That's sand down, that's that done. And now we're just working on getting clay. Slime balls. So mycelium spores, when used on witch water, will turn into brown mushroom block. Place a mushroom block down and break it for a chance at a brown mushroom. A brown mushroom, when used on witch water, will turn into a slime block. This can be crafted down into 9 slime balls. So that's going to be our way progressing forward to get slime. Probably going to be super handy here in the near future, especially when we start getting into things like Tinker's Construct. Tips and tricks, we already got the building one. Another thing we'll probably pursue out of here early on is a sink, because a sink is super handy for an infinite water source, especially once we start getting buckets. Boom, Tinker's Construct is in here, so we will be pursuing Tinker's Construct very, very soon, which actually, as a matter of fact, we could probably pursue that now in the meantime.
Just collected some dust and dust.
I'm gonna break this down back into gravel again, just like so. Throw these pebbles back into here, just like so, and we're gonna head back over here and continue to smash down the gravel. Again, this is just going to keep getting us more flint, as well as pursuing these chunks, um, like getting iron pieces, which in order to use these iron pieces, you need to get 4 to craft down to 1 iron, which you throw the 1 iron into a furnace, and that smelts down to 1 iron ingot. So that's going to be pretty much our resource generation for the majority of the early on part of this pack. So we just need to keep farming cobblestone, which we did get more flint. Again, super handy. The more flint we get, the more we can work on upgrading these meshes. which is exactly what we want. We got 8 more cobblestone, just like that. Gonna break that down. So this time around, I'm actually going to switch it up a little bit. What I am actually going to do is I'm going to break these string meshes right here, and I'm going to only do the gravel from this corner, and it's only going to reach out to this little 3x3, but it'll skip these two because there's no meshes, just like this. And I'm only going to filter these through the flint mesh, because right now the biggest pursuit is to try and get iron for the buckets. So I don't want to just do the string mesh because that only yields flint, and the flint mesh will also yield us flint as well. So we'll
Alright,
continue getting more flint as this happens. And
I got some food barrels going.
you did. And just like that, we got a bunch of resources. So let's start getting this thrown in there. Let's do that. Put that in there. We got lapis, which is super cool. Boom, come back through here. Put those in there, put those in there. Get this organized. Look at that, we have a total of 2 iron so far, which is not too shabby. Again, and we're just going to keep rinsing and repeating until we have enough iron pieces for a bucket. Actually, for 2 buckets. So, actually, we will come back to once we have enough for the 2 buckets where we can start progressing. We are back. Welcome back, everybody. So we are back from grinding out the little resources that we needed to get enough for a second bucket here. So we have 1 bucket full of water, which we got the water from putting saplings down in the crucible and over time compressed into water. In the meantime, Coco over here has been working on our soon-to-be new farm area, as well as we got an infinite water source. And the last thing that happened while everybody was gone was I swapped out all the string meshes to flint meshes. So if we take a look at here, in order to get a cobblestone generator, we need a bucket of lava. In order to get the bucket of lava, we will be needing to make a crucible, as said before. In order to get the crucible, we need an unfired crucible, which requires porcelain clay, which is clay and bone meal. In order to get bone meal, we have to sift dust through the flint mesh, and this gives us about a 20% chance to get a bone meal every time we put 1 dust through. So the next process we are going to be working on is 1, to get clay. In order to get clay, we just need a oak barrel, which we have out here to the left of us. And all we need to do is fill that with water, put 1 dust in, and that will get us clay. So we will work on doing that, which right here we have 12 dust. So we will take this bucket of water, click that into here, and right click it with dust. Boom. 1 clay block right there. So I'm going to run over to this infinite water source real quick, and we'll just repeat this a few more times. Put that in there, and boom. That gives us 6 clay. We'll break that down into 2. And now we will work on taking the dust through here, putting it through the flint mesh, and we actually got a whole whopping nothing. That sucked. So not too bad. We can just take our dust and sand that we've accumulated. We'll take our 8 sand and our 1 compressed sand, and we will break that down, break this down, and run the dust through again. Hopefully we get lucky. We managed to get 4, so we're halfway there, which is not a bad start. So we'll just keep working on that. So do we have any gravel in here? We do not. So we're going to go back to pebble farming again. I think this should be enough. Take our stone pebbles, craft that down to cobblestone. We only got 44, but I think we should still be fine with this. let's try this again. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Just like that, we got enough. Gonna bring that over here. Now we have to smelt the unfired. We also need some sort of light source under it. I believe you can use a torch, but I'm just gonna use a campfire. They're not too difficult to make, so we'll end up placing the campfire down right there. Put the kiln above it and pop the cobblestone in. And now once this melts, we will have our lava, which is gorgeous, beautiful. We'll put that, boom, boom. We can put clay over there. We'll hold on to the glass. We can also put flint and coal down there as well. Got the pebbles in there. Let's see if this is processed just yet. Nope, not yet. This is going to take a little while. So in the meantime, let's continue on the quest book. Here we are. All fired up again. We already looked at crucible heat sources. So we're very close to cobblestone generation. Furnace. We have a furnace. We don't even have a pickaxe yet. Let me craft a pickaxe. What am I doing, silly? Just like that, we now have a furnace. Quest completion, we got some scrambled eggs. Mmm. Scrambled eggs.
I need a hoe in my life. Be on my stick.
Quest book. Here we are, back again. So it looks like the next thing it wants us to do is get an iron furnace, which we will need obviously more iron for that,
Oh,
which is
you have a
just,
bucket?
I do have an empty bucket. Here you go.
Thank you.
I'll need that back whenever you're done though, if you don't mind.
Okay, I
Just,
just need to fill this up with water really quick.
thank you. It's just temporary. Just gotta, we will actually create a drawer real quick that we are going to be using to store our cobblestone. So functional storage is a fantastic mod if anybody's unfamiliar with it. So oak drawers is just a simple way to craft a mega chest. So one drawer can hold up to 2048 items of one individual item. So it's good for holding a lot of small items in bulk. Why is this not letting me bucket it out? Tell me there's not enough cobble? How did you... Oh, you claimed the extra stuff for that lava bucket.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm gonna put it over in the chest by you so that you can have that.
So also, so in the quest book here, if you click the head start, it says for those who want to skip forward, it just gives you a way to, it gives you lava and ice, so if you want to start an early cobblestone generator, instead of holding down the right click as before, early sugarcane, early cactus, and early wheat seeds. I just went ahead and skipped that, but we are already all caught back up to where we needed to be um, with this as well. So now we're on to the cobblestone generator, which just requires wood, logs, in fact. So what we will do is we'll type in cobble. We can just click this recipe, click it again, and we have a cobblestone generator. You will get that put to the side, put the drawer on top, and it'll auto pump cobblestone into here. And as you can see, it's making 4 at a time. So already we are at 20 cobblestone. So this is just moving super quick. If we need to, we can upgrade a cobblegen tier 2, and all we need for that is more cobblestone, which, as you can see, we already got 40 cobblestone. So why not, we'll just go ahead and upgrade this to tier 2. So put that in here. Oh, we actually need another bucket of lava. My apologies.
Right here, in this chest.
which luckily Coco just claimed that extra reward, so we already have an extra lava bucket, which if we didn't, it'd be no big deal. The cobblestone would just melt down here anyways, so we're kind of just speeding up the process for that. Boom. Cobblegen tier 2. We are at 8 right now, and let's see what we go up to. 12. So it's still making 4 at a time. It's just increasing the speed. So as you can see, we're already at 40 cobblestone. So it makes the manual clicking of the cobblestone so much faster. We'll put the porcelain clay in there as well, in case we need that in the future. Buckets. These buckets are going to go in this chest right here for right now, and boom. We have another oak drawer, which I'll just place in this chest for now. It's not 100% necessary at this exact moment in time. But boom, we already got that done for us to actually get into part 2 of getting started. We just need to get a furnace and starting to get our first power generator, which is a coal generator. In order to get that, we need redstone. So redstone is kind of the next big chunk of this that we're going to need, which in order to do so, we need to upgrade to iron meshes. So we need a lot more iron. And once we get more iron, all we have to do is sift dust through that, and it gives us about a 12% chance to get one iron. Or, sorry, one redstone. My apologies. So, which right now, we're just going to get all 300 of the cobblestone that we just got out of there, craft that down into compressed. That's 39. We're going to do a whole lot of... Where's my builder wand? Boom. Break that down into gravel, and we will take that, and we'll break that down, and we'll just come over here, we'll just start sifting all of it. So after this big batch that I'm going to do, I'm going to work on upgrading the flint meshes to iron meshes, and that should yield us even more iron, so that we can get even more resources faster. This should be enough to complete all these meshes, which it is. Beautiful. Let's take some copper. Alright, now that copper is done, we will make the copper upgrade, which all we need is a drawer, 2 chests, 2 copper blocks, and extra copper, which we are just... Now we just need 4 more copper. We have the storage, which where did I might have... Oh, I placed it on the floor. That's right. I placed it right here. We'll pick this back up. And we will take the wood out of the wood chest, which I believe is not down there. We'll just get some wood real quick. Easy peasy. Copper upgrade, here we go. And this we can use right here. All you have to do is right click and you know that that copper will be in there from that little icon right there. So this will hold 16,000 items instead of 2,000 in this specific chest. So we can get all the flint that's stored in there and bring that out. And once we get more copper, which we are doing just that, which we have enough to make another copper upgrade. So we will do just that. Actually, we will have to make one more drawer, which is no biggie. We'll craft one more chest. Break down some planks. Boom. Oak drawer. Boom. Copper upgrade. Bada bing, bada boom. And that we can place over here. And this will hold 16,000 cobblestone. I think after that, we realistically don't need any more cobblestone. That's kind of an absurd amount for right now, especially to begin with. So grab some food out of here. Toast. I got a hearty meal achievement because my wonderful Coco over there made me toast, which is pretty fantastic. Let me get the tools out of here. just like that. Actually, I'll just put these back right there. Axe. Boom. All right, so the next thing we're working on is getting redstone. So let's open back up the quest book. Gives us more copper right there. Then we can work on making a gold tier later in the future. We really don't need a gold tier right now, so I'm not too rushed to do that. We do have gold pieces in here, which actually we could do with smelting them. So we will do that. We'll actually work on getting. Boom. Throw that back in there. So we'll break this down into 3 stacks here. Throw that back in there. Throw that in there. And throw that in there. We'll just place those down right there. We will need to get osmium, which is in here, and make raw osmium. So I know there's a lot of ore that's sitting in here that needs to be filtered out, which we will do so in just a minute. In the meantime, we need to work on getting dust. So we're going to come back through here, get all the cobblestone out of here again. Oops, I did not mean to grab that many. Meant to just grab enough to fill up my inventory, but you know what? While we're here, let's just grab more. Boom. And we'll put the extra back in there. We will take our 4 stacks here, come down here, put that away, put that away. What happened?
Well, you
Oh,
requested.
yes, yes, yes. It is ready. Sweet. Thank you so much.
Just don't take from the bottom, take from the top, and then just work it out whenever
Okay.
you make it grow. Okay.
Will do. That is unfortunate. I had to build an extra one because that one broke. There we are. I'm also going to have to craft another hammer because this is probably about to break too. Yes, it is. I believe you can also upgrade the tier of the hammer. I don't think cobblestone is the lowest. I think you could definitely go up. Cobblestone is just obviously the easiest resource for us to get right now, so that's the reason why I'm kind of just sticking with that. Alright, sifting a lot. This is a lot of dust, so we should hopefully get a lot of redstone, as well as bone meal and Certus quartz, which is going to be super beneficial for when we get into AE2. Certus quartz is like the bread and butter resource of that pack, just like osmium is for mechanism. So this will be fantastic for us to get a super storage in the near future. We're also getting blaze powder, which is another fantastic resource as well. So doing this much dust is it's honestly worth it because we are getting a bunch of useful resources. The next problem is just finding a place to store it, which can easily be done. In the future, it would be fantastic to automate this, which I believe the next progression for automation of this is probably getting into mystical agriculture. I believe it's just figuring out how to get prosperity shards, which shouldn't be too difficult.
Diamond axe and 45 emeralds.
We, I don't think we have 45 emeralds. We have a total of 6 emeralds, so
Wow.
we are a little ways away from there for right now, but
He's definitely onto something over there. Push flow away.
we did manage to get a fantastic load of resources out of that.
I hope he just doesn't fall off the
The edge.
yeah.
That'd be a real shame if he did.
Uh-huh.
Sure would be a shame.
Oh.
Here you go, I got you 9 sand.
Thank you.
Here you go. It's behind you.
I'm
Whenever you're ready.
extending
The platform.
thank you. Yeah, for more farming.
Alright, so we have that. So let's go back to the quest book here. And let's just take a look at what we're working towards. So Coco started the forum, so we got bread and bone meal, which is going to get us to the food and farming chapter. Which if we come down here to food and farming, this is the next progression for that. I'm going to let Coco take the reins on this. I know how much she loves to do farming things, so this is going to be her chapter. For me though, let's keep going back to here. We'll claim our iron mesh. We can start pursuing to make diamond meshes. The problem is it just requires um, 6 diamonds per. But once we do get a diamond mesh, what we can do is when you sift, for example, sand, it could start getting this prismarine, as well as starting to get zinc and uranium pieces. Also, if we sift sand, it's a 50% chance to get iron. Um, if we want to, we get more seeds. Let's start looking at what else we can get here. If we start sifting gravel, it just gives us the niter, apatite, cinnabar, and sulfur. If we start sifting gravel, it increases our chance of getting more diamonds. We can start getting aluminum, osmium's even more, higher chance of emeralds. And if we start doing iron, that gives us, what are we looking at here? Almost another 50% chance to get iron with the drop chance with the different rolls. So not too bad whatsoever there. So
Might need to fix the awning location over the tree area because of it not wanting
the
to grow.
grow probably needs to be higher, is what I'm guessing. The other thing we want to do too is once we start getting diamond meshes and we start sifting sand, it'll give us the 20% chance to get prosperity shards like we were talking about earlier. The reason why we want prosperity shards is because that's how we're going to start getting our intro into mystical agriculture by crafting 4 around a wheat seed to give us a prosperity base. And this is the keystone of crafting every seed that there is you need a prosperity seed base as well as whatever resource and essence to go along with that. So, what that means, in essence, to use that word again, we are not far away from mystical agriculture. So that will be something in the future. It's probably going to be what we're going to be working on next episode. But to continue with this episode, we are still working on getting coal generation. So we did just manage to get redstone. So let's go ahead and take our redstone. Let's take our wood. We are going to want to get redstone torches. We are also going to be needing lapis. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So a coal generator, we need a machine frame, which is gold nuggets, which we smelted. We have iron, and we needed the lapis for some blue dye. Easy peasy. Take our gold.
I
We're,
just can't win with this.
and
Ugh.
let's see what else we need. So the machine frame is just iron, which I, for some reason, did not just grab out. Craft our machine frame. Let's get some coal here. And boom, coal generator, just like that. So we now are working on our first instances of getting power. So the way how the coal generator works is you just place this block down, which I think for me I might continue on this side of the island, and I think this is where I'm probably going to work on using all the machines and stuff. But in the meantime, you just place this, you chuck in some coal. I'm only going to use one for the time being. It breaks down the coal into RF, and this is going to go ahead and be what starts us getting our power. So pretty fancy. So let's see here. So we got that done. Let's take a look at the quest. So the quest to just finish off here just wants us to get all the way up to upgrade to the different cobblegen tiers and go through the different meshes, which we can do in the future. Right now we have more cobblestone than realistically we need, so I'm not too worried about going all the way straight to a diamond tier. I think we have better uses for diamonds now than we do just wasting it on a cobblegen. So for that, I think that is going to wrap up today's episode on getting power. So we completed a major milestone and completed the pretty much the entire getting started page. So I think in the next episode, the biggest things we're going to work on is one, getting into mechanism and work on trying to double our ore outputs, and as well as starting to get into mystical agriculture, where this is going to be a huge next in trying to get resource automation going, which I know Coco is going to be doing a lot of the helm on that, which I will be helping with. Um, so I think for today's episode, that's going to be it. We're going to wrap it up here. Um, we managed to complete a whole lot to get started, and then like I said, the next episode is going to be work on getting into machines and automation. So, without further ado, we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.